Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, we got a lot of wiring to do on this thing and a lot of other parts to throw in the Humvee. So we might as well get straight to work on this thing, finish up those plates in the back, the armor plates, get those all bolted down and get the soundproofing on that stuff as well. And yeah, just keep moving along. Progress every day. Let's go to work. This thing needs a bath. Look at the pollen. I did get in there and hose something off the other day. Just some, actually, I think a bird took a dump right over there. But look at all the water spots from the pollen and dust and dirt. And hopefully we can get this thing driving so we can give it a wash. The girl's gonna do some work. Guys, the armor looks really good on there. A lot of you guys told me to keep them because I remember I was going to throw them away. But hey, it is bullet resistant for a little bit, so not bad. And they look really, really good. So over here, this was the new fender, has no holes. So I'm going to have to get the other plate, get it up here, mark them all, and then drill all the holes. Yep. Not fun on this side. That's kind of funny. So you can see where I painted the Humvee. There are the little mounts that go on the side of the hood. Granted, I mean, guys, it's all going to be covered up with sound deadening. So I'm not worried about it. I hit these things extra hard with clear coat. I mean, see how rotted they were? I mean, they were trashed back there. I mean, I grinded all that stuff. It's pitted really, really bad. But hey, you guys wanted me to save them, and I'm glad I did, honestly. It looks fantastic over there. Let's make this one look that, and also give this thing some structural integrity. All right, let's go. Well, these are 1/4 by 3/4 inch bolts, and I'm out. Missing 2. Actually, 3. Oh well, I'll pick this up tomorrow. I don't have any more. Has anybody in their entire life seen a steering wheel on here like this? So, dude, this isn't coming off. These are gonna snap before this thing ever pulls off. And guess what? That means I'm going to have to cut that steering wheel off. Why can't anything be easy? Nothing's easy. Nothing. Oh, my. This would not break it in the beginning. This is insanity, dude. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Get out of there. I think the steering wheel holder is warped. I'm getting so aggravated, dude. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You seem to get manhandled. That's what's up. All right, next day here, steering column. Went ahead and gave it a spray paint, cleaned it up, greased up the ends here. Took forever and a day to get that steering wheel off. I've watched so many videos and people are just like, oh, pops right off. Dude, that thing was on there like nobody's business. It was crazy. Hope I didn't damage the actual shaft itself. I ended up having to beat it out with a sledgehammer. Anyways, let's go ahead and put this thing back in, see if everything looks, I mean, it appears fine, but who knows. Here we go. So this thing, it's gonna come in here. Man, it's looking crazy in here. This wiring, man, I am telling you what. So let's go ahead and get this thing mounted up, the steering column. Let's go. All right, so I got some adjusting to do in this thing. Got the this old wire back in here. It goes to the steering column, and it goes all the way up there, I believe, by the horn. Don't quote me on that. Been a long time since I've had this back on there. So got these bolts right here, just started. I did have to cut just a tad bit more. I'm gonna clean all that up. But I might have to adjust it even more to get the bolt in right here, because that needs to come up some for sure. So I might end up having to cut. I think I might have to take a little bit more out right here. So I'm gonna try to bring it up that way. So there's been a lot of slow and tedious work that I have been doing. I probably have 2 days of this slow and tedious work. Anyways, steering rack done, mounted completely up. I'm waiting on the steering wheel. It's still en route. Long story short, I mounted the steering rack up, and this piece in the middle that is the most necessity of a piece, I couldn't find. And long story short, it had rolled under that toolbox and was way back there by the wall. I eventually found it, but man, I was like, where is the piece? Can't find it. Anyways, this thing's solid as a rock, moves the whole Humvee. Great. Okay, I've got this is my transmission cooler fan. Works fine. That is my full relay that's wired up right here. I've got 2 more relays right here. These need to be run off the ignition, okay? So this is going to be for my old smart box. This is my B and C wire. They both need to have power off ignition. So I'm gonna do that, run what I need to run over there. I'm kind of running out of space. I wish I could have run all these in one loom. It would be way cleaner. And maybe at the end of this, I can just rip all this off and put one big loom over everything, because I'm so OCD, because I do not like all these different looms. But everything is in its spot. Let me show you the other side. So here's the battery box and everything. This relay is for the lift pump. Oh, it's on this side just because the lift pump is literally right there, right behind this. So a lot easier just putting it here. Just the way the wires were already made and everything like that. I had to shorten a lot out of it because it's meant for a Duramax that's really long and the lift pump's way back there. Anyways, shorten the wires, that thing works. Over here, I did get my positive and negative running over here from pretty much everything that's over there. So anyways, it's running over here and it looks really clean to me. Everything is on the bus over here. That's nice. Everything's grounded over here that should be grounded. There's the only 2 extra grounds that are on this block. This is the main ground over here to the C block. And then this is an extra ground that it just needed to run the ground. I could have ran it over here, but it would be off. It wouldn't be even anymore. So everything over here has a positive and negative because you know, as well as I do, Humvees have very bad ground problems due to the rivets and the glue that hold these panels on. Nothing is really a good ground in the Humvee. So I do want to ground everything over here to a block. Whether I have to put another one in or not, don't care. I want it grounded this way. So let me retrace here. Oh, the column, that wire that was on the column, looked it up on the sheet back there, and it is the column ground. So I went ahead and grounded that. I ran it all over here. It used to go up front on the actual Humvee, somewhere by the horn. It did go up there by the horn, someplace. I don't know. Don't care. So I brought it over here, routed it, cut it, grounded it. It's actually that ground right there. That's that one. So that's the column ground for the horn and all that stuff. I still got those wires hanging. Making lots of progress, but it is slow progress. I mean, ridiculously slow. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah, y'all don't even care. Y'all just like, hey, Dad, I'll hang out with you to the end of days. That's why I love dogs. Perfect. All right, morning workout's done. It's Hummer time. Hey, my body bolts finally showed up. Awesome. No one around here sells them. Not that long. Check this out. Leather. That's gonna be my steering wheel. Might change out the center cap, but I don't know yet. That's awesome. Let's find the right Allen key and put it on. And guys, this is a NRG steering wheel. A decent company, whatever. It feels good. I like the leather. Guys, I really like this steering wheel. I like it because, well, it's leather, or maybe a fake leather. But I like how it's thicker. It's not all skinny like the stinking Humvee steering wheels. Guys, I think this steering wheel looks absolutely amazing. A lot of people hate this steering wheel. Will hate it. I'll probably hear it all in the comments that people think the Humvee steering wheel is the greatest thing that God ever created. Well, it's not. I don't like it. I use it in the military for real. Drove around, had multiple Humvees. I don't like them. I don't like. They're really skinny. I just don't like it. At least this, nice. It's thick. You can grab it. I like it. I like it a lot. And I like the pleather look. So if you notice that wheel's turned from where the steering wheel's sitting, but this wheel's straight. We're gonna have so much alignment issues once this thing's all done. And remember, guys, I do not have any of the suspension components tight. I want to wait till all the weight is on there to where it fully sits down as weighted as it's gonna be. Then I'll go through there and tighten up everything. There's not one suspension bolt that's tight other than the shock towers. All right, so these things right here, they're like the big washers. So the bolt has a small washer, which goes through here. So this is all gonna be on the bottom side. Odd though, there's one that's really thin, two that are thick, which is this one and this one, and then these three are the same. Now I'm gonna have to go down there and look at my other Humvee. I don't know why they would be different. or I need to figure out at least where these thick ones are. I don't know what's up with this. It's so skinny. This one is. Maybe that was the driver front. Well, I'm gonna go check out the other one and see what's up with them, but I didn't realize they were all different sizes. I don't know what this is. They're little dots. I gotta spray this off. Just a lot of pollen. All right. Golly, there's so much pollen envelope in there. All right, this is a perfect example of how terrible the ground is. So I just pulled off, the grounding bolts. And some Humvees, or actually two of the ones I had, that had a little metal bar that went across the lights back here. I just pulled off the ground and was like, you know what? Let me just see, because I'm dumbfounded. I was sitting back here like going through my harness. I'm like, why are the rear lights not coming on? They should be on, period. And I'm going through all of this, and lo and behold, I'm like, let me just check the ground. And sure as can be, dude. Grounding issues, grounding issues, grounding issues. And we've got lights, both sides. So I didn't end up running them to the battery, but it did help me figure out my grounding issues. So I incorrectly wired up the ground when I first put it on there. So what I did was just put these both on one bolt, which that turned on the tail light. And then over here, you just gotta find the ground in the harness right here and find the ground that's coming off your side marker, which is there's two. So when you remove the cover, there's 4 bolts, 2 on this side and 2 on this side that hold the side marker. There's gonna be you'll see a little brass circle, and they're gonna be on opposite sides, kind of like that. And just pick one and run that wire to it, and it grounds. So we're good to go now. All side markers and headlights are working, just like you can see, guys. So all that runs on 12 volts. It's good. I don't know about that. We're gonna figure out the wiper motor and heater core. Heater core runs. I just don't know if it's gonna blow as strong as it should, you know what I mean? Those 24 volts, it'll throw out some air. It will run. I've already wired it up and tested it. It runs, it's just maybe not stout. Okay, I went down to the other Humvee and looked. So these 2 thick ones, that one and that one, they go right here in the center of the Humvee. They were on the bottoms of this one. In the very back, these 2, where the next size is up. So there is gonna be this one and this one for the back, and these 2 will be up front. Even though this one is skinnier than the other one, I think that's the passenger side. So throw them on there. All right, I got the back 2 on. They're snug. I did have to push the body over this way. I mean, I just need to inch it over. But I got them to bolt up. Easier said than done, but they look fantastic under there. There it is. So 2 down, 4 to go. But I gotta do something with that turbo horn. Woo! Driver's side in. Ended up having to jack up the body. And I had to take out this block right here enough to get the long bolt, because it hits right up in there. So it comes in at an angle until it can drop straight. So I put the 3-inch lift right here, turned it sideways with the bolt coming in sideways. And then once it cleared, moved it back over, and then slid this block back in and then dropped it down. Just remember, this driver's side bolt is the only one that comes down. The rest all go up. Yeah, Got that e-brake cable in there. That thing was no joke. So I had to back it out to compensate for the lift. And there is so much corrosion in that. The first nut on the adjustment thing is welded to it. And you have to just crank it down. And there's so much junk in the threads. That took like an hour and a half to get the e-brake right. Good grief. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. We got a ton of stuff done. We got the plates on, the armor plates in the back, got all the sound deadening done with that. We got the steering column in. We got some more wiring done. We got the body lift with the bolts. Finally, the body's actually secure to this thing. So that's huge. And they fit, they were 8-inch bolts, by the way. And I had to order those. They don't have them locally anywhere I went to. But tons more to come, guys. Stay tuned. Hit the bell, hit the notifications. See you next time. Take it easy.